Hello everyone, welcome back to How Farms Work. Today I am at the main farm and I am standing in front of the 8235R with the Earthmaster 3000 vertical tillage tool. So today I am going to take the VT up to both of our upper farms. One is Dad's, and that is half corn, half beans, and one is Travis's. However, they're both roughly about 40 acres in size, roughly, I'd say. Now I've got to grease up the VT, and as soon as I'm done with that, I gotta look the 82 over, fill it up with fuel, and then I gotta get going because it should take me quite a while to get this done. However, I am gonna try to push the 82 to the limits and see how fast I can go. Up until now, I mean, especially with the 83, the last day I ran that, I'll be perfectly honest, for those of you who didn't watch my live stream, the 83 did run the VT at road gear, which was awesome, I'll be perfectly honest, but I don't really recommend it. You can really tear stuff apart doing that. I just wanted to see how fast I could pull the VT, and unfortunately, as you start to go faster, what happens is that as you increase your speed, the implement doesn't dig as deep down into the ground, so the VT actually starts to lift up. And what I noticed above 13 miles an hour is that the wings on the VT start to bounce, and that's not really something you want to do either, because it will make your fields very not really bouncy, but very rough. And when you go to drive over them in the following year, I mean, you're not going to have a very good time. So with the 83, I was running no faster than about 12 miles an hour, because that's about when the VT started to be unstable. Anything under that, remarkably, it was really smooth. And I don't know, I want to see how fast the 82 can run it today, and I'm going to compare it to how the 83 ran it, see how fast the 82 can push it. I don't think that, well, I guess it depends on how deep the depth is set as far as how fast it can pull it, because the deeper you set it, the harder it's going to pull. And it's been set pretty deep. However, I lifted it up, and I think it's been running pretty good like that, so I'm not really gonna put it back down any deeper to really throw the dirt. So anyway, I gotta whip out the Herschel over here. I hear it's made greasing things a lot easier, and once I get some gloves on, I'm gonna get started greasing it. Fill the 82 up with fuel, check it over, make sure everything's good to go. If I do feel like washing it, I will, but I don't think I really want to take the time to do so. So, all right, let's get started. And we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Wait, no, wrong channel, sorry. Alright, I'm here at the farm now, and I'm gonna start spreading out the wings on the VT. Now, once I get going and the motor gets warmed up, I'm gonna see what the fuel efficiency is, as well as just how fast I can run the VT, because I think that in the past I've always been running it around between 5 and 7, but I want to see just how fast I can actually get this thing to go. And I know that the hills really play a big factor in this, so I want to pick a place that's rather level, and then I want to pick a place kind of like this and see what the fuel does, because the 83 going downhill would do about 6 gallons an hour. Going uphill, it went up to around 13, I'd say. So just coming here, the 82 was burning 13 gallons of the hour. So the power shift transmission is really tough getting used to again, because it's rather jerky, and the IVT was just so smooth. It's like no comparison. But all right, so I'm gonna get rolling, and then we're gonna see how well the 82 does it compared to the 83. Yeah, she's feeling it already. So the 82 is pulling the VT right now at 1850 RPMs at 6 miles an hour, and that's the best it can do. And this is not really too bad of a hill. So what I've come to find with the 8235R is that it's impossible to maintain one steady speed across the field. I'm doing this hilly part here, and really this tractor, I mean, it's a bit of a buzzkill after running the 83 because it just doesn't run it like you want it to. And that's because the 82 just doesn't have the power to sustain. Not sure why it didn't go down. The 82 doesn't have the power to sustain the necessary speed that I want. What I'm finding is that at some points I can shift down, down, down until we're going up really not even that steep of a hill, and we're under 5 miles an hour. So I've had to pull the VT up a couple cranks, just a little bit, just because I'm not keeping that 5 miles an hour. I mean, I don't know. I'm criticizing the tractor a little bit more than what I usually do. So what I noticed is that this tractor will burn on average around 12, and that's, you know, pretty well across the board, including going downhill. And well, going downhill it goes to 10, but it goes to show how much fuel you can actually save with a higher horsepower tractor, because with the 83 on the downhill slopes, it was, like I said, going down to 7.6, and over time that really adds up in fuel costs. So I'm finding that with this tractor, I mean, I will be maintaining about 5 to 6 miles an hour with about 1500 RPMs in the motor. But the thing is that, you know, that's really not including any kind of engine management. The motor is really not managing itself at all. That's just having the motor cranked and it's pulling down to 1500, and it's burning 12 gallons to the hour. So think of what you will, but I think that I'll stick with our original statement in that overkill is underrated. I mean, there's a lot of people who keep criticizing, saying, oh, you don't need a bigger horsepower tractor. Well, if you look at it, we really do. I mean, yeah, we don't need to run the VT 12 miles an hour like I could with the 83, but I mean, it shouldn't be unreasonable to maintain about 7 miles an hour. 7 miles an hour with the tractor. So I don't know. Like I said, it's a bit of a buzzkill, but I'm gonna keep trying to finish this farm as fast as I can, because I still got to do the other one yet, and the sun looks like it's already going down. So yes, it is. All right, well, keep on cruising. Okay, she's just a little wet right there. That wouldn't have been pretty if I got stuck. Well, you know, there is one thing about Wisconsin, and at this time of year, probably the best thing that I'd have to say that Wisconsin has going for it is just the sunsets. Gorgeous. Had to get out and take a few pictures. Supper time. I just got back to the other farm. This one's 35 acres approximately, and it is currently 6:49 p.m. So I'm not totally sure how many acres an hour I've been doing. I haven't been keeping up with the acreage tracker at all, but she's heading back home. I don't know if I can find... Okay, this says I've done 14 acres. That is not correct. So, I don't know. I guess I'll just get done when I get done. But it's actually pretty warm out. It says it's 56 degrees, so. Alright, I'm gonna keep rolling. Alright, this is literally like 2 seconds later. My back locked up. I don't know why. Oh. Sometimes this happens from time to time, especially when I'm riding around the tractor quite a bit. I tend to notice that sometimes my back just completely locks up. It quit for about 2 or 3 months after I went to the chiropractor, but now it's starting to come back. Oh. It's like there's a sharp pain whenever I try to move, and then it just gets tight again. And then it goes away. Whew. And now I'll be good for another 6 weeks. Yeah. I don't know what causes it. Oh, man. Ever hear a grown man scream? So we are done. I think that took me roughly 12 hours, probably a little bit less, to get that done. So 2 farms done, the farthest farm's done. I mean, I did reasonable time. Granted that the 82 hasn't been able to run 7 miles an hour the whole time, but it seems like I've been, like the tractor's been running better later on in the day than it was earlier. That might be just because it got warmed up. I really don't know, but all I know is that it didn't pull too bad, I guess. It's kind of surreal going back from the 83 to the 82 because, I mean, they're designed similarly, but they just feel like completely different when you drive them. I think the 83 has a slightly better turning radius, but I'm not sure if it actually does or if that's because the wheelbase is wider, so it feels like I'm turning sharper. I'm thinking that might be it, because I was doing some turning with the 82 here, and I mean, on the right hill I could turn pretty sharply, so I don't know. All I know is that it's late. It is 10:13 now. It's not too late, I guess, but by the time I get back it's probably going to be around 11 o'clock. So not a very late night. When I first started, I honestly expected it to take longer. Last year when I did this, it was between 12 and 2, and I had started earlier on in the day, but that was when we had the New Holland Big Blue, and I missed that tractor too. But the only thing that I had really against the New Holland was that it had those big fat tires on it, and it just didn't seem like it pulled the grain cart or the VT quite as well as the tractors with the duals on them do. I think that's just because of loss of traction. I really do. So, anyway, time to make my way back. Making my way around town. And head back to the farm. So, unfortunately, I didn't have my 4-propped cameraman for me to do some outside shots for me today, and I didn't have any of my mounts or anything. So, this is just a regular old one-on-one with Ryan. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate y'all for watching. Be sure to check out all of our other videos. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. All how farms work. Alrighty, well, thanks for rolling with me, guys. See you next time. Well, the 83 could pull the VT up this at 16 miles an hour. The 82 can only manage 9.5. Burlard Hill. Pretty steep drop over there. Well, well, well. Look who's sitting under the gator waiting for me. Hey, dude. What's up? Rocket, you ready to go home? Come on, man, let's go. I'm tired. Basically, I've spent every moment of the last 12 hours sitting. It's like I'm relearning to walk. Oh.